Welcome to It Was All a Dream official podcast. I am your host, Ashley Greggins, and today's guest, wow, what an inspiration she is. Her name is Michelle and she owns The Right Fitness. Michelle's story is just one that I don't even want to talk about. I just want you to listen. She's a true inspiration, and she was the first person I thought about when I done this podcast, who I wanted on. So I am extremely excited to have her as a guest. Hi Michelle, welcome to the pod.
Hi, thanks.
How are you
for
feeling?
Me. Nervous but excited.
Yeah, excited. As it's going on, more and more people like coming in. Everyone is like a bag of nerves when they first come in, but when they leave, they're just dead proud of themselves. They're like on a high.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's what you'll get.
It's definitely like something out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do it though, because I feel like I'm big on podcasts and like I listen to loads of podcasts, and I feel like the ones that I listen to, they've already made it. They've already, like, most of them have got PR and like they're told what to say and stuff. Like, that's why I wanted, like, I don't want someone with thousands and millions of followers or like a billionaire or something. I want like the grind, like something for us to look back in a few years and be like, wow, I didn't even know where I was going then. Look what I've done.
People were just like starting off and stuff.
Yeah, because like I do find all of us, we're all a little bit similar. Like, we're chasing something, aren't we? So I feel like it is a trait within us. Definitely. And then there's always like a reason why we're chasing, but I'm sure we'll get into that. Okay, let's start with some little icebreakers. So, beach holiday or adventure holiday?
Adventure.
Yeah. And where was the best place you've been on holiday?
Mexico.
Yeah, did you like Mexico? I've not been to Mexico, but it's definitely on my list. Alcoholic or non-alcoholic? Alcoholic. And then a night out or stay and reading a book?
It depends.
Yeah.
Definitely depends. I probably wouldn't stay in and read a book though. I'd probably watch Netflix.
Okay, you're Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, I like persecute myself if I watch telly. I'm like, you could be learning something. You could be like, I'm like that mad. Ross said to me the day, nobody thinks like that, Ashley. At 33, no one thinks I could be learning something.
I suppose it's a good thing though as well, isn't it?
The only thing I can binge watch is Harry Potter. I'm a big Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, I think we've got 2 left to watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We only started them recently as well. I never watched them, but yeah.
Oh, I love it. Right, where did you go to school?
Notre Dame.
Oh, Notre Dame, yeah. All girls school, is that? Oh, okay.
All girls.
Hard. I went to an all girls school.
I don't know. When I was in it didn't seem hard. Like, but I weren't like a lover of school.
Yeah.
If you get me.
Yeah.
I went when it went.
Did you enjoy school?
Up until about year 9, I think. I did enjoy it.
And then that's your options, isn't it? So what options did you pick? Can you remember? I don't even think I can remember.
I don't think I can remember.
I know mine was business studies, and then I think mine was like dance drama. What was your favourite lesson?
Favourite lesson would probably have been drama.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Only because you could act out, like you weren't yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's nice. Like, I still like that now. Like if you would ever go on something that was a fancy dress, I would like to be in character.
Do you? Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, love all that. So yeah, drama probably was my best.
Drama's a good one, isn't it? Like, my drama teacher loved me. Every other teacher thought I was naughty, but my drama teacher absolutely loved me because I was like a big class clown. Yeah. Like, I was good in school because my mum and dad wouldn't have let me like not be good in school. They were quite strict with me in that one, and like, my mum used to be like, if you're going to fuck up, you're not going to fuck up the other kids' lives. If you want to be naughty, then don't be naughty in a classroom. They're all trying to learn. Yeah. So your friends in school, what would they have thought that you was going to end up? What was like your job? Like, if I'd have said to them, what's she going to be?
Yeah. So when I was leaving school, I was going to be a hairdresser.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I am a qualified hairdresser.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good to always fall back on though, isn't it? Did you enjoy it?
I did, but then I didn't.
Yeah.
So when I started, I did enjoy it. Like, I was working in hairdressers in Broadway, and I loved it. I was like making the tea, washing the hair, just all the Saturdays. But I was there more days. It wasn't just the Saturday. And like, you used to get your hair done and all that. I loved it, but
it's a nice environment, isn't it? Salon. Yeah, it's a nice like little
customers.
Yeah, I always say, because like I was obviously dental nursing, but I owned a salon, but it was like Prosecco Saturdays, nails, the girls would come in to get ready in the shop, and it was like a good little vibe. Once I went into like the clinic, I had to take that away because I wanted it tranquil and stuff like that, but I would like to reopen something else with that little buzz, because I do miss it. I used to always get pissed off the Prosecco as well. We used to like have loads of bottles. Once we're all finished with like 3 bottles left, she would just the shutters down. So what was your first job? Is that hairdressing? Left and went into hairdressing?
No, my first job, I left school when I was 16, and me and my friend, there was 2 of us, we signed up to this agency, and because we knew a couple of people already, doing it. So it was like working in a factory, and like you pack like shampoos or body washes. It was mad.
How old was you?
I was like 16, going into 17. It was like the summer when I was 16, but we didn't want to just do nothing, do you know what I mean? So when I left school, I wanted to be the hairdresser, and I said to my mum, well, can I just have a year before I do this hairdressing course? And she was like, okay, so...
But you just needed money. So I'd
done it, we got this job, and it was dead good. So it was that through the week, and then they'd started letting us go to Haven, the caravans. And we used to clean the caravans on a weekend, but the money was dead good. It was like £10 an hour.
No, that's so good. Like that age,
it was really good. So we were still kids. We'd left school, but we were still kids. Teenagers, you're still a child. Getting this money, and then just like not having to, we didn't have college.
No responsibility.
We were just like spending this money on ourselves.
And you know what? Like now, when you look back at that, and you think like, what did I do? Like we used to have EMA. You must have had EMA. It was £30 a week.
That was when you went to college.
And you'd get like I think it was like to teach you to like money management, like wage or whatever. I used to be minted. I used to like have a full night out, full new clothes off that £30.
No. That job though, we used to have to like be in for 6 o'clock in the morning. So
that must do you well now.
We used to get picked up. It'd be pitch black. Me and mate would be laughing our heads off. Like we were little rebels,
But good rebels though, because you were working. Because there's not a lot of kids that like when you leave school to say, kind of just have a year. That's not like a year to go and do something else. So at least you knew that you'd had your focus. You knew, like, look, I've got to take this serious. It's college. I've got to get like a qualification in it. Let me just find my feet in like leaving school and doing some other job, because I am grateful that I have been employed before. I was never good at being employed because I didn't understand a day off sick, and I'd be like, I'm not well, I'm coming in. They'd be like, we're short staffed, you need to come. And I'd be like, it's against human rights. Like, I'm not well. Like, I couldn't understand it, but I'm glad, because I've always kept that structure. You know, like I've always still done like a 9 to 5, or like it's 9 to like 9 now, but you know, like it does definitely program you to where if you left school and went straight into entrepreneurship, just had your own business, I don't think you'd be able to like,
you've got to like sort of grow, haven't you? Like see the real world. So after that though, I did enroll for the hairdressing course. I went to Roby. No, in Hyden. I think I'd done like the first term, but it was like 2 buses there, and it was draining. I said to my mum, look, this is too much. And she was like, well, what are you going to do? Like, if you're not happy, what are you going to do? And I was like, I'm not happy doing it.
Did you drop out?
So I dropped out, and I went back and was just doing like the odd cleaning thing, you know, the little job that I had when they needed it, because it was agency. So they just
that's the thing, zero contracts.
But I weren't too bothered, because my mum, like, she was like still looking after me. I was still wearing I was still like what, 16, 17,
like the only thing you've got there is a contract phone, is it?
No. But anyway, so I did enroll the next term in Hubert's.
And much better.
I completed my course. That was when I was working in the hairdressers in Broadie. And that lasted till I was 18.
Okay, so that's still young though, isn't it?
That was like from 16 to 18. That was like the little agency and the hairdressing was done.
But you got right into that work life young, didn't you? Yeah. Like, because some people at 16, 17 would have been like, I'm just going to chill in my mum's for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not, but you've always been a worker.
There was a few times I didn't go in and she was like, Michelle, are you going in today? And I was like, oh.
So your mum pushed a little bit. Is your mum like a worker and stuff? Like, do you come from like a working home?
Yeah, definitely. They've always worked. But yeah, so that lasted till I was 18.
So you've gone from hairdressing agency and stuff. So where do we get the self-employment? Did you do something else before the Right Fitness, or was this your first business?
This is the first business. I wasn't really into fitness until probably late 20s.
Yeah.
After my third child, I just thought, you know what, like there's more to nappies, school runs, cooking, cleaning.
Yeah.
I felt like rubbish in myself. I'd like put on a little bit of weight. I just wasn't happy, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try the gym. So I just went to a few classes and then gradually started staying behind, going into the gym itself, and just like doing bits.
Yeah.
And then from that, I don't know, I was just
because that is a nervous, like I always say that, from going to classes to then actually go in the gym by yourself.
Yeah.
Unless you know what you're doing. I mean, I suppose we're so lucky now because you can just YouTube it.
Yeah.
But like, you do feel like silly, don't you? Because you feel like everyone's like, why is she using that? Like,
at that point, from going to classes, like I knew bits of form, obviously from the classes, but going into the gym, like when I know what I'm doing, and I think back, I didn't know what I was doing in that gym. So people was probably looking at me going,
we wasn't just thinking it. Yeah, we wasn't just thinking it. People actually was
doing. But there is people still now doing that, going into the gym, and they don't know what they're doing, and it is obviously people can YouTube, and they have got all these online things they can do to find out how to do it, but some people really still haven't got a clue.
Yeah, I really like the PT part of it. I like that. I mean, I don't really find time, that's the only thing, but I like to have someone to hold me accountable. I do like that, and I think there's a way of doing it. You've got it right. It's like you've got to be friendly and approachable. But you've also got to be like, shit, I've got to go and see Michelle today and I haven't done this. Like you've got to have that. It's like a little fine line, isn't it?
You can have a little bit of a laugh with your clients, but you've got to be tough as well.
Yeah, just to get that out of them, because that's what they're going there for. I mean, I have been to a few where I just didn't get on with them because I was just like, no, you're like too much for me. Like I went to one once and I said they put me on a diet as well to eat, and I was starving. I was going dizzy in the gym. I was starving. One of them stupid like 1,200 calorie. One of them stupid like quick fix. And I said to them, listen, I've trained all my life. Like I've done little bits here and there. I've never been this hungry and training. You're not getting the best out of me because I'm coming after work. And he said, drink a pint of water and chewy.
Wow.
That's what, and I was like, I don't want to eat in disorder.
No.
I just want to be healthy. That was his advice. Yeah. And like thinking back now, like that is so dangerous, isn't it? I don't know.
And how did they get away with it?
Well, I think they just wanted that Instagram picture. They wanted me being curvy to me being shredded, whatever. Yeah, within like, I don't know, 6 weeks. Do you know what I mean? So but I was like, you're not for me.
No, like, it's just not healthy. You probably hit the deck before you got that picture.
That's like wheelchair me in. Yeah, it was awful. So then I remember thinking like, you've got to be careful who you put your trust in with your health. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because sometimes sometimes it's okay for your PT to not know the nutrition side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like sometimes I would rather them say, listen, I follow my fitness pal, but like, it's like me sometimes, because I do skincare, sometimes people ask me about collagen supplements and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know that. That's not my...
Yeah.
So I know it does like come in, but I think for him, he would rather just be like, look, just, I don't really know, don't calorie count them, just, chewy.
Just give false information. It's not very good, is it?
No.
No.
So how did the Right Fitness, how did you even start to go into college? Because you have to go to college for that, don't you?
Yeah. So anyway, training, obviously, after the baby, got right into it, loved it. started liking it that much. I was like, yeah, I'd love to do this. I want to know more. I wanted to know what exercises work, what muscles, because before that I didn't have a clue about supersets, drop sets, giant sets, nothing. That's what it says, going into the gym, just doing anything, just doing single sets on different machines.
Just so whatever machine's free.
Yeah, I was like, I want to do it. So COVID come.
Okay.
All the gyms shut, everything. I was in the best shape. I was like, what am I going to do? So I was following the likes of Courtney Black, Gabby Allen, is it? Shape Up with Gabby.
Okay, yeah.
Following them on Instagram, doing some home workouts through the lockdown, just getting my dad's weights out, just carrying on.
Yeah.
And then the September coming, I was like, I'm going to enroll. I'm going to do a PT course, a fitness instructor course. And everyone was like, oh, you really? And I was like, yeah. I was like, it's something I want to do. I'm passionate about training. I love it. It's the only thing that I've actually liked other than my children.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So she was like, okay. So I enrolled.
I love that you like discuss everything with your mum.
Yeah,
I'm like that. I'm like, Mum, I'm gonna start a skincare company. She's like, okay, that's a good idea. No, actually, that's not a good idea. Yeah,
you've always got your back, haven't you?
Always, yeah. Mama, did I call my mum?
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
So I enrolled in the college. That's where I met Carla on our interview. We had the same day the interview. Met her, that crazy woman.
Oh, so you didn't know each other? Right, you didn't know each other before that.
Yeah, so enrolled. What year was that then? About 2021?
Yeah, well, it must have been. COVID was 2019 to 20, and then I feel like the world just started to reopen. I feel like 2020 was locked down.
Yeah,
full lockdown. 2021 when we started to reopen. Well, I was just looking then. Your first post on the Right Fitness was September 2021.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the first one, and it was just to say like it was coming soon. Yeah. I do a little bit of research, but with your interview and with your podcast, I didn't want to research enough. I didn't want to research too much on you because I know that you've got a totally story that is like going to blow people's minds, from obviously you went through an illness and stuff. So I just wanted to touch on a little bit because I feel like I've always wanted to ask this. So with Michelle, I didn't know you personally, but I've followed your story, like the love and the people that like was speaking and sharing your story was just unbelievable, and I just generally like followed you through that. And was your health scare, can you call it that? Not really, illness. Did that have anything to do with going into the fitness? Because I've always thought it was, but you actually was already doing it.
Yeah, I enrolled and got onto the course, and I was only in it 3 weeks, and that's when I got diagnosed. But I was loving it. The first 3 weeks, it was brilliant because I'd obviously had a bit of background of training, so I knew like form stuff. And I was loving knowing getting up and when the teacher would say who wants to demonstrate this, and I'd be like, I will. And I felt confident doing it. And then obviously the 3 weeks in, I got the news, and I was like, oh God, why is this happening now?
It's crazy. It's just crazy.
I finally found something that I want to do, and this has happened. And my teacher was like, do you know what, Michelle, we'll just come back next year. You can get onto the course next year. It's fine.
Okay, so you had to come.
Yeah, and I was like, no.
Wow. No. See what I mean? Honestly. Do you know, I know I've told you this, but I do want to say it again. When I thought about the podcast, I spit down, I wouldn't say this to say it. You were one of the people that I went straight away, I wanted on. Like, honestly, just the inspiration. Like, I don't know how much you want to delve into, and that's absolutely fine. Do you know what I mean? You've got so much of a story after your diagnosis and after you've rang the bell, but the inspiration of just watching someone set a business up, someone putting their all into that, but then also going through something, so you were not well, you were ill. It was like, it's just the strength that you must have. Honestly, the strength that you must have.
People always say you're so strong, blah, 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 and I'm just like, I'm picking up.
It was just you had to get on
with it.
Yeah. Do you think the fitness and everything inside of it really helped with the recovery?
It helped me down,
yeah.
It really helped.
Mentally as well, I could imagine.
No, that's what it was. The mental side of it. It helped me, being able to still learn, and revise and stuff while I was getting my chemo. I'd be in the hospital getting my drip, and I'd be sitting there with all my books.
That's
like
insane.
That to the nurses.
It's honestly, it gives me goosebumps.
The nurses, they'd be like, something like, oh, I don't know about that. And I'd be like,
oh, yeah.
You know, I'd be like,
yeah, you'd be like, talking about anatomy, and they'd be like,
you just give me the answer to this. And I'd be like, I don't know about that. But they were also like mesmerised. Every time I come in with my little bag, they'd be like, here she is.
Like, honestly, just an absolute, just a miracle. So you've got 3 babies.
Yeah.
So what age was they when you were diagnosed?
Okay, so what was it, 3 years?
So
12,
21.
7.
So
5,
babies.
4, yeah.
So you are not only trying to set your own business up, trying to qualify, you're going through an illness and you have 3 babies. Like, what a fucking woman. What a woman.
It was something else, like.
Yeah. You've just found this inner strength from somewhere, haven't you? Like, it's just when I've gone through a thing in the past, and like, it's something, I mean, I've spoke about it before, I lost a baby, and honestly, like, the strength that I found, it just was like, and it was like, it's just always there. You've just got to reach deep in and like find
when you need it. It's there.
Yeah.
You can reach out.
Women are strong as well, aren't we? Like, we are strong.
Definitely.
We are strong.
I feel like having like the right family and friends around you as well. No, like a good support network.
Yeah, well, it was so apparent that you had that, because it was just everybody was just talking about this Michelle, and she's only young, she got 3 babies, and then I don't even know I don't know whether I've looked at your Instagram, I've looked at someone's Instagram, Carla's obviously told me, and then I remember like there was a video, I think they all went to watch it or something, to ring and like, you probably don't even like to think back to these times, but I remember sobbing watching it, and I swear to you, and I didn't know you, and I'm so glad that I got to meet you on the other side of it as well. You know, it is just like the strength and the power that you've had through that.
I used to like wouldn't say the words or be sobbing, and I'd be like, no trying to stop them.
I actually send like little questions out, and I actually had to voice note it and say, Michelle, I don't want to say the word, and then I was like, that's fucking ridiculous. If she can say the words, then you can say the words, and we still haven't said the word because we just don't.
Sometimes it's just awkward, isn't it? Like,
it's also triggering. It's triggering as well. That's the thing. But I did just want to like put it into the podcast, because just people going through similar things. If somebody is going through that right now, and somebody's watching this and they're looking at you now and being like, wow, what would you say about exercising and getting up? Because I can assure you that's the last thing on people's minds.
Yeah, it's definitely the last thing on people's minds. They might want to do it, but some days you can't do it. There's some days like you just can't get out the bed. You know, I remember lying in that bed thinking, I'm never going to take a walk for granted again.
Really?
Just a walk down the road, you know what I mean? Just walking your kids to the park, push on the swings. And then in the college there, when all my friends who I was training with, they were all training. I was like on the treadmill, like, you know, tired. And I used to think, I can't wait to just be able to lift the barbell back up and get back into it. And soon as I could, I was
yeah.
And they were like, calm down. I was like, I'm okay.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Okay,
you know.
And that was it then, that like fitness page.
Fucking love it.
Just kept posting and just trying to, you know.
There's so many people out there, Michelle, that you won't even know just by doing this podcast, just by brushing and speaking about that you will just uplift. And so many people will just look at you now and be like, wow, like, you know, it is possible. Because, you know, obviously there's different circumstances, and it's such a sad thing to even brush on. It's such a, you know, we could go on for hours on a podcast and talk about it, but the fact that you've rang that bell, set up, you've had the kids and all that, like, I just hope that anyone in that horrible position right then is just going to listen to this and be like, you know what, like, let me just find that inner strength that they're talking about to just get through that. Because I generally do believe that it is a lot to do with the mind. I do believe that you've got to get yourself in that, find it from somewhere, and get yourself in that mind frame of, this is not going to beat me.
Yeah, definitely.
This is not going to.
Being positive, isn't it? Just knowing that you've got to do it. You've got to fight, like, especially if you've got kids, you've got a family who's who's rooting for you, and friends. You've got to just
and then clients, because your clients, yeah. And was there anyone that you met, like, obviously I know you have to go to hospital appointments, so that is all that private, or do you get to see other women and stuff like that? Is there anyone that you've kept in touch with, nurses and that they see? I'm sure you go for like follow-up appointments.
No. So I do go for mammograms every year. I didn't really keep in touch with anyone from the ward. Like, we was all together.
Yeah.
There was like just like a mixture of people, like little old people, but I actually went on to cover a class for another PT. She was going travelling, and she messaged me and she was like, "Will you cover my class?" It's like an older women's class. And loads of them from that class have been through what I've been through.
Wow,
and they come to my class now. I've got a shiver. They come to my class now, and it's nice to have like a little bit of a connection with them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because that's something that I could sit here till tomorrow and try and understand what you've been through. You don't know until you go through something like that. So for like them women and that, but honestly, like I can just imagine you now just walking in with like your books and your stuff. I know them nurses was like, fucking, she's something special here. Like, that is something special.
The first day I went there, you'd have to have like this pick line, and they have to clean it, before they put the drip in you.
Yeah.
And I fainted. Woke up, there was about 10 nurses around me all going, "What she has?"
Needle phobia.
And the nurses going, "She hasn't had none. We're just cleaning it." And I'm going, I woke up crying, and I'm going, looking at all these poor old people, thinking they're probably going, "Oh, look at this one.
Hypochondria.
Look at this young one coming in, causing a scene." But, honestly.
Yeah. So when was that you rang that bell? So how long have you been? Is it in
6 months? I had the chemo.
Remission, is that what it's called?
Yeah. Remission now, yeah. So I had 6 months of the chemo, and then I rang the bell. Yeah. I rang the bell twice,
Did you?
Yeah, I rang it after radio as well.
Good.
But I only had like my mum and dad and the kids there on that one.
Yeah.
Feel a little bit silly ringing it twice and having big crowds there.
No, absolutely. Oh my God, no. I've actually been in the ward with my boyfriend's granddad, and I remember because I was shocked that it was so. It's just in the like the waiting area, isn't it? Yeah, and I remember like I was sitting waiting for him, and some woman had like rang the bell. I remember like it choked me, like it was like, and when I left I was just it was a mixed emotion, because it's such a nice place, the manicure, isn't it? But it's such a sad place at the same time, and I don't know why, I just always thought that bell would be separate. And then it's just in the waiting room, people are just sitting waiting, and then it just rings.
You'd be having your treatments and you'd be hearing it getting rang, and that'd be like the bell. So you'd be sitting there just getting it, and then you'd hear like women ringing the bell, and if you weren't on the drip, you could go out and clap for them. Wow. Because it was COVID and you weren't allowed to have anyone there.
Oh my God.
I know. And I used to get emotional listening to them, but never cried once over my own situation. It was mad. It was only until after it, I wrote this poem. I sat at home and wrote a poem and sobbed.
Yeah, you just needed that outlet.
I just let it out on paper. Yeah.
And that was after it, though, because it's that thing, isn't it, where you're not going to let yourself break, because you still need to pull through it. You still need that strength.
It's hard. Like, it's hard to. I don't even think I've accepted that I've been through it. It's weird. Yeah. It's mental, honestly. It's madness.
I can't relate to it in that way, but I can in the fact, like, obviously once it all happened to me, that I remember I literally went down to my parents and in the house and I was like, we're all going to cry. We're all going to talk about it. Then it's never to be mentioned again. So how do you love balancing being self-employed and being a mum? Because it's got to have some benefits.
Yeah, you can work around the kids, can't you? Yeah. You can work around the kids unless there's night classes that you've got to take.
Oh, right. So it's a bit of a flip, actually. Yeah.
You've got clients who are working. They work 9 till 5, so then they want to get in after work.
Yeah.
There's always something. You're not guaranteed to be in your house every night when the kids finish school.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's a sacrifice.
But Sundays are definitely family day.
Oh, love that. Yeah. Love that.
Always a Sunday a family day.
Yeah, so you don't work on a Sunday. No, I absolutely love that. I'm the same. Definitely. We have Bruno Day. We take our dog for a walk. Yeah. We have.
What did he say? A Sunday well spent. Yeah. A week of content. That's my little saying lately, that. Nice little roast dinner, nice walk.
Oh yeah.
Take the dog.
Yeah.
That's it. Love that.
Yeah. I do like a Sunday off, but also I love the fact that I don't know whether you can agree or not, but I don't get that Sunday dread. So I watch my boyfriend, he doesn't dislike his job, but he's not passionate about his job, and it will get to like, oh, it's Monday tomorrow, where I can't wait for Monday. I fucking love a Monday. Can't wait to get in. Yeah.
The kids in school, get straight into the gym, just get back. And that Sunday as well, I look forward to the Monday.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, Monday tomorrow, new week, new goals.
New week, new goals.
Smash it, say it to everyone.
Yeah. You're very positive, aren't you? You're very positive person. It's oozing out of you, which I'm sure you would have had to have like gone through stuff to be positive, but you are very positive. Right, what is there anything that you dislike about business? Because I think we are, as entrepreneurs, business owners, whatever, I think we show the good far too much. I am very, very open to where I'm like, I'm fucking skint. Like, people go to me now, actually no one shares as much as what you share. And I'm like, well, people look at me Instagram and see me super build and think, oh, she's smashing it. And I'm like, I've never been so skint. Everything is in it. So is there anything that you dislike?
Yeah, I'd probably say not dislike, maybe disheartened sometimes having your own business.
Yeah.
So I'd say when I moved gyms, I had to, my classes was busy in my old gym.
Okay.
So then once I've moved to a new gym, I had to change the day, the time, and it comes to the point where there was like 2 people coming to my class.
Yeah, and you take it personal.
It was pissing down, winter.
Yeah.
And I was coming to this class for like 2 people, and I was like, I'm not giving up. I am not giving up. I'm going to keep it going, keep turning up for these people. And then now the classes are busy, do you know what I mean? So I think that is the only part of it, is sometimes being disheartened.
Yeah, because it's hard, because they say don't take it personal, but how can you not take it personal when you've literally put everything in that you have got to this?
You're just constantly trying your best, pushing yourself, trying to be social media manager, trying to look good, trying to help others, trying to feed your kids,
thrive, have a social life, text your mates back.
It's hard.
Yeah, no, it is hard. I like thrive underneath that pressure, but I can definitely, like, I know what you're saying about, because when I first started, I used to wait for a £5 wax and tint, and it would be like they wanted 7:30 in the night. And I'd have no one in all day, but then I'd have that. And what I always made sure is, well, she's going to feel like the best waxing tint she's ever had. You know what I mean? I'm going to, even though I'm rushing to get home, I'm going to really spend my time. I'm going to say, if she wants to gab to me, I'm going to gab to her a little bit later. Do you want her to, so, and I think that's how I've built up so much.
She always come back as well, didn't she?
Well, they are the clients now that are spending thousands of pounds with me and stuff, because they trust me so much. And that's what Liverpool, we are loyal.
Yeah,
we are loyal to our, like, that's like the one thing I love about Liverpool is people will support. Yeah, I think we have a lot of support that we don't even realise. I'm not big on this whole like start a business and see who your real mates are, and not they were your mates first.
Yes, definitely. No, definitely. And people have got all of their own things going on.
Yeah, I'm just not big for that. Like, I don't expect, my mates are very supportive, but I know they're fucking bored as fuck. What else am I not doing now? Do you know what I mean? They must be like, oh my God. And like, I think Liverpool is just so supportive in its place. Just going back to like me finding your story on Instagram, people like the support and love that you get. I think that's a really nice thing to have about business. So what are the future plans? What are your plans? Where does it go? Do you want your own gym? Because this is what I always think. I'm always like, is everyone like me? Do they just want to like,
I'd really, really like to go online.
Yes,
so I'd love to
which is huge now.
Go online and like do retreats and stuff.
Oh, nice.
That'd be like in the future.
Yeah, of course. Kids are growing.
You'd have to get online first.
Yeah.
Get a big clientele base, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then eventually.
Have you found that now it is going more online a lot more? Have you found because my mum and dad, they used to flyer drop. they used to have to go and put a flyer through everybody's post box, like kind of thing. Now,
and like, you can just share.
Yeah, and they're like, to me, if we had the opportunities that you had, you can literally sit from your bedroom and set a whole business up. So even though PT and it's always going to be physical, there's a lot of it that you can do online. Yeah.
I love classes. I love being a PT, but I love the classes
because the community. Yeah.
I love the vibe. I love just shouting at them.
Yeah.
I'm like the loudest person when there's a class on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love it.
Yeah.
I love every bit of it.
Good. I'm so glad that you found a job that you loved, and it weren't hairdressing.
I know. Or packing shampoo.
Cleaning
caravans.
I mean, we've all been through. I was a nursery nurse at one point. I don't even like kids, so I don't know how I ended up. I think that's what made me not like kids, to be honest. Right. So online is definitely where you're going, and then retreats. Retreats is like abroad, isn't it?
Yeah. Taking like a group.
Yeah.
Giving them a little experience, having them training there.
Yeah. Weight's your favourite? Cardio, yoga? What is like your favourite? What's your go-to? Weights.
But I do like cardio as well.
Yeah, I hate cardio. Oh, hate it.
Most people do. It's good for you.
I know. I'm getting much better now because I'm doing tap dancing and jazz dancing. Yeah. I've got a dance show in Blackpool at the end. So even like me watching all that is saying like my heart rate's so much better and like stuff like that. So your go-tos, like I like weights. I do like weights, but I love a class. I know what you mean about the class. It's like you exercise and you don't even know you're exercising. Like you leave and you're like the next day, oh my god, like I've like worked out like.
We stayed behind the other day and done. Do you know Messer, the older man in our gym? Like the I think he's Spanish. I think.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think he's like Spanish or something. But we stayed behind and done his class, and wow.
Is this not Joe? Is there another one now?
There's another one.
Oh yeah, because I've heard Joe's classes are really hard as well.
I was like, what? He had us doing all kicks with dumbbells.
Oh yeah, and even like you, that's a old
school exercise.
Yeah.
I was sore.
Yeah.
But I had to go.
Yeah. I bet you'd really enjoy it. Yeah, because it's always that like when you come out, you've got that big red face, and you're like. So I'll tell you a funny story. I've been training with my brother. My brother was sweating on the treadmill. We were doing spin, and he went, why don't you sweat? Like I just thought, and I went Botox, and he went, oh my god! He went, I've been going, is she fitter than me or something? Why? Because you just don't sweat when you have Botox. And he's been comparing he's been like comparing our fitness to like, why doesn't she sweat? Why stop breaking down her sweat? So funny. So let's take everything else. What do you do for fun? Because I love this question because I just honestly, like, my fun is this.
My fun is putting myself in situations of like challenges or things like this, totally out of my comfort zone.
Oh, so you found this fun?
Yeah.
Or you'll let me know later.
Like signing up for 10Ks.
Yeah, I've seen you do a lot of that.
You know, things like that. Like Pretty Mother. What was the one I was on? Born Survivor. I had to jump through fire into like ponds and that.
Shall we not spoke about that? Why are you just dropping that in now? So you've done Born Survivor, which is what?
So it's a 5K obstacle course, but it's like military. So it's like I had the biggest slides into water.
Oh my god!
No, my top fell down.
All the workers were made up.
The firemen pulling me out.
Oh, stop!
Brilliant. But again, something out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I've done a couple of runs. I've got a Pretty Muzzy in July.
Wow. Okay. What's the training like for that? How intense have you got to go?
It's just like a 5K run, but with obstacles. So someone who's like me, who trains every day, it'll be okay for me. But obviously, if you don't train, there'll be women who will be walking it.
Oh, right. Okay.
And you can like miss out the obstacles if you want. But I'll be jumping
marathons. Do we like marathons? Are you never going to do the London?
I've done a half marathon.
Well done.
2-3 weeks ago.
Well done.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I would love to do the full one.
Yeah. You'll build up to that.
Yeah, I think that's something in the pipeline for next year.
Yeah, some goals. Yeah. I seen something the other day and it said when you turn 30 you start thinking about running marathons. And I was like, that's so true.
That is so true. Unless you hate running.
Yeah.
And you're just like, no, I'm not running.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better at it, to be honest with you. Every Sunday morning I go for a run. It's my birthday on Sunday and I'm still going to go for a run. I'm still going to do it. I'm going to start my day off like that. So I'm going to switch the question, not fun. What do we do to chill? Because I've not heard any chill here.
What do we do to chill? Probably just going for food.
You like food. Stay home. You like
kids and the dog and watching a film.
Yeah. Kuchen and roast as well. So do you like a little bit of home kuchen?
I
hate kuchen.
I do love the kuchen.
Yeah.
I've got my 10-year-old kuchen with me all the time. He loves it.
Oh, but that's boss.
I know.
What do your kids want to be? Well, it's like, I know they're only so young. Are you pushing them into anything, or is it just what they want to do?
Ella, the oldest one, she tried everything growing up. Ballet, footy, gymnastics, everything. She's now in year 10 doing kids options, and that she doesn't know what she wants.
No, not meant to.
She's told me she's getting a job soon as she leaves school.
So she's got a bit of you.
A lifestyle, she says.
Get them on that TikTok. Influencers, bloody hell, it's making some money.
The 10-year-old, he wants to be a scientist.
Wow,
he's very clever.
That's brilliant.
And the little one, he's just a selfish.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he wants yet.
Of course. Fireman or sort of thing at that age, isn't it? Yeah. And like, have you got them like quite healthy? Is it important for them to be exercising, or are you quite lenient with that and they'll find it their own way? I wouldn't push
them into something they never wanted to do. No. We have tried to get them into football, they don't want it.
Yeah.
The middle child, he's done like kickboxing.
I think that's great for boys.
And he's starting in a judo.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think the confidence that gives them, also for them just not to be a little shit and just want to fight, because they can get that energy out somewhere else.
It's like to make friends as well, and not just that, like to be
discipline. That's what it teaches them. That's it definitely does. My brothers, they've done Thai boxing and kick fit, I think, something like that, and they are gentlemen. And I know it's because of just having that installed in them. They can fight, they could have a go, but they don't need to. They don't need to. Do you know, like I think it's so good for girls and men, but I think for boys, I think it's so good. We've got my little nephew, he's in karate now, and now I think he wants to do kickboxing or something. And he was painfully shy. So his dad took him, was like, no, we need to like get this out of him.
Out of his shell,
He thinks he wants to be John Cena, something like that. But I think it's really good. So we're coming to the end of the pod. I've fully just enjoyed just listening to your story. And also, I've really enjoyed, because before I met you, I thought that you'd gone into your business because of your health scare, and then to find out that you was actually already in it is like, and I just love the fact that what I thought we were going to talk about and what we were going to focus on, you've had just so much more to talk about and stuff, and I've really enjoyed listening to your story. You're a fucking powerhouse woman, so strong, and I know there's going to be so many people, even just sitting next to you, and the way you've articulated, I can just feel your strength. I just know how strong as a woman you are. So we've got like a little tradition that we like to end the podcast. This is my worst bit. I hate this bit. So I've spent an hour grilling you. So now you get to flip it on me and you get to ask any question you like.
Questions. Okay, so something similar. What's your pros and cons to being a businesswoman?
Wow. Oh God, she's making me think now. Okay. So the pros would be, one is managing my own time.
Yeah.
I don't come in till 10 o'clock because I want to go to the gym. So that's like such a big pro. Also now, as I'm getting more established, I'm loving what I can give to people. So like one of my pros from the podcast is the first girl is the only one that did. She sat and went and she watched it, and then she voice notes me, and she was so made up, and she was like, and that was my first podcast. I wasn't even asked about the achievements I've done. It was like here and there, and I was like, well, I've done that for her. Like students qualifying and stuff. I get such like Ella bought herself a car, like a nice little car. I think I was more excited because I was like, she's fucked, that's sick. Like I just love now, as I'm getting a little bit older and stuff, there's so many pros I could think of, but the bad side of it is I don't stop, and I'm exhausted, and my mind doesn't stop, and sometimes I wish I could be more present in, if I go for a meal, it's business is in the back of my mind. If I'm sitting with my mates, if I watch the telly, I think, well, you could be doing something. And sometimes I will work myself to burnout. Like, it's very apparent. Like Ella, I had to go on the caravan for 2 days the other day because like it got to the Friday and I had nothing left in me and nothing. So I think like you're always doubting yourself. You're always thinking like, could you be doing better? Could you be more financially secure? Could you be more sensible? Like stuff like that. But then it completely outweighs all the good parts. Like for me, business is it. This is my life, and this is what I absolutely just ooze it. I drive to work every day, and I'm like, I'm so fucking lucky. Like I get to go and do something that I absolutely love every day. So there's loads of like pros and cons to it, but the pros 100% outweigh the cons. 100%.
Yeah.
Like
I've got one more.
Go on.
So what made you decide to do the podcasts?
Okay. So what I wanted to do with the podcast is because what had happened is I'd left West Derby and I didn't leave West Derby on terms that I wanted to. I thought I was going to buy West Derby, which is my first clinic. And then this just fell on me. And I had to get a business loan for it. And I had to like go in, and I'll still be paying for this in 5 years. Like I didn't just create this and have money in my bank. And everyone was, you're smashing it, Ash, you are fucking smashing it, you are smashing it. And I remember looking at certain people years ago and being like, she just got a Range Rover, she's fucking smashing it. Oh my God, she's bad. And I thought, I am smashing it. Of course I am. But I'm not in that way. And I just want to be so real. I want people to now watch this podcast or come on as a guest, expect me to be this big, massive, oh my God, she's smashing it, and be like, oh no, like Amazon's still bouncing in her bank like everyone else. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was so sick of this, like, fake it till you make it, like let me put it on, like that's just not a bit of me, it's just not me, and I just didn't want to put it out there. So until I am like that, because I 100% am certain that I will get to that level of financial success, because that's what we're talking about, but until I get to that, I just want to be a bit more real and just put a bit more real shit on the internet, because I'm so sick of watching people and thinking it's leased, it's black, it's like fuck off, like just be just be a bit more real. And like I know people feel so comfortable around me because I'm not giving that. I am absolutely smashing it on paper. It means fuck all. It means fuck all. And that's what I wanted to have this podcast to just give people the opportunity to just speak about business, and also just because I just want to have a gap with all of you. Like I'm too busy, I'm like, what are they doing that I can get involved in? So Michelle, I just want to again just end the podcast. I just want to thank you so much for coming on. I know this was so out of your comfort zone, and I know that you are dreading the next 2 weeks where you're fit. A friend Carla's went out, it goes out tonight, and she's been the same. I know that she's been like thinking, oh my God. But I've really enjoyed, again, I just couldn't speak more about how strong you are, how fabulous you are. I just wish the most amount of success for you. And I've just really I've followed you before you even knew I was following you. I've never had the opportunity to like sit down and speak to you. We've bypassed each other. We actually work on the same park and stuff like that. And I've just really enjoyed getting to know you more. And I just know the future's so bright for you. And like, just don't look back and just love to keep looking forward. I've loved having you. You're so welcome.